His name is Ed, and he's got a cooking channel. It's Edible Ed. It's a cooking show. Gonna cook some good food for you.
Welcome to an all-new episode of Edible Ed. Hey everybody, how's it going?
It's pretty cool, huh? Does a little dance?
That's pretty cool, man. Before we get this episode going, make sure to subscribe to the channel, buy my cookbook, get some merch. There's all kinds of cool links down below. Check it out, guys. On this week's all-new episode of Edible Eds, we're gonna be doing stuff a little different. We're not gonna be making anything on today's episode.
I didn't come here for this.
But we will hopefully be making up some time in the kitchen while we're cooking, because today I'm gonna be reviewing a couple of cool kitchen tools that I found online.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online. Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set, you're going surfing on the internet.
Some of them I'm a little skeptical about. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of skeptical about all of them. I thought that I would film this and you guys could come along with me on my skeptical journey today to find out if these tools that I randomly found on the internet.
Surf safe. Stay safe.
I choose
Edible Ed. If they will help us save some time in the kitchen.
Pooh, are you sure this is going to work?
Well, of course, Piglet.
I have a couple different things, and let me show you what they are first. The first thing is this thing. It's a silicone, it kind of looks like a silicone cannoli shell, but I heard supposedly it's supposed to help you peel garlic. I don't know. We'll see.
Buzz, tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Speaking of garlic, I got this thing. This looks like a bottle cap opener, and it is. It's a bottle cap opener here. It's also these little holes. You could strip your herbs. You put the herbs and you pull it out the other way, and it strips your herbs really quickly. The bottle cap opener is a great idea. That's cool. The herb stripper is not very necessary because you have fingers. You don't need a tool for that. But these little holes in the middle, it's a garlic press. Wow. And it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. So we'll give this a try. Garlic. Next we got this dude. This is crazy. It's a vegetable peeler, but like the Terminator of vegetable peelers, because there's like all different kinds of blades and stuff. They're very sharp, so don't stick your fingers in there. Every blade does a different kind of cut, and then there's these other little things too. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll give this a try. That looks kind of interesting. Now this thing is really, really crazy. This is like the Frankenstein of the culinary world. This is a scissors cutting board knife combo. There's a lock in the back, and you put your food in. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me give this a try. All right, let me holster my combo weapon here. The main event of today's episode, we have this crazy cutting board, and it's pretty heavy, but this is made out of like silicone. It's a Japanese cutting board, and I don't understand how this would work, and I will get into that in a little bit.
I'm an old man, I'm confused.
So these are the kitchen tools that I randomly found on the internet that I'm gonna test out today. So let's get started. Cutting board. All right, let's get started. First thing, let's try our garlic thing. Let's give this a try. All right, so you get some garlic. Put it on the inside. You roll it around. Okay. And then you, what? That's cool, man. Whoa, that works. Whoa, that's so cool. That works. Ooh, I like this one. Oh yeah. Okay, so I got 3 cloves this time. let's push the limits. Put them on the inside. Roll them around. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, let's try a little bit longer. I'm scared I'm gonna crush the garlic because I'm a real strong guy.
Okay.
Whoa, okay, alright. Hey, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. That's pretty rad. Alright. And the cool thing is the silicone like creates like some static electricity. So it like holds on to the actual peel. It holds on to it on the inside. So that's really cool. I can use like a little. I love this thing.
Why don't you marry it? All right then. I will.
So if you could get your hands on one of these garlic peelers, definitely get your hands on one. The things that look like silicone cannoli shells. Awesome. The cool thing is mine came with the garlic press. So it's kind of like, yeah, 2 for 1. Like I said, it has like a little can opener here, and then there's some herb strippers here. But again, you don't need these things because you got these things. Those are your herb strippers. But we're here for this. This is what we're here for, the garlic press. All right, let's see how well this does. So you put your garlic down and you press it. Pretty self-explanatory. Oh man, that takes quite a bit of force. Kind of mush it, I guess. All right. Okay. All right, so that's what you come away with, but that's the back side. And again, this took quite a bit of force. And like I said, I'm a real strong guy, but that was pretty difficult for me to do, and I don't think it was worth it. I think the real money maker in that deal was this. This is so much better than this thing, for sure. Much better than this thing. All right, we got a cucumber, and then we got our peeler. So let's see what happens when we use the first side. All right, so it's kind of like a serrated edge. That's pretty cool. All right, let's try this side. Whoa, this kind of did like strips. That's pretty cool. This was the first side, the serrated side, and then the second side did some like julienne strips. It's very easy to work with, very easy to use. All right, so for this thing, this is pretty cool. It's kind of like having a knife that's not a knife, because this is not a knife. You get some really cool cuts with this. As a peeler, you know, it's good. Do you need to have decorative peelings every time you shave a potato? No, but it is cool to do those kind of fancy, decorative things. I would say if you have space in your drawer, cool, get one. We're running out of space in ours, so I don't know if this is super necessary, but it is really cool. It's awesome. All right, so we now have our cucumber. Time to use this dude. We unlock it, and it has a blade right there, and it has a little cutting board surface. So you put whatever you're gonna cut, you line it up on there. You don't need a cutting board, so if you're making a salad, you just cut everything directly into the bowl. So that's pretty cool. So let's give it a try. Ooh, whoa. Oh, dude, this is cool, man. Wow, look at that. Holy smokes. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by this thing. That is pretty cool. I like this thing. This is cool, guys. Get the Frankenstein scissor knife combo deal. All right, and the last thing on today's magical tour is this thing, the thing we've been working on the entire time. This silicone cutting board, which is really crazy because silicone is like a plastic that plastic could be cut into. And when you have a cutting surface that has a bunch of little cuts in it, you get bacteria growth in there depending on what you're cutting on there. This is what all the big time chefs in Japan are using. It is very hefty. The other cool thing about it, because a wooden cutting board is a hard surface, when you cut and you're dragging your knife across that surface, you're damaging the blade. Since it's a softer surface, is supposed to help with the health of your blade. So again, I have a lot of questions that need answering. So let's see how many questions we can answer right now. I got my cucumber here from earlier. I'm gonna do some simple cuts. Whoa. Whoa. That feels interesting. Cutting and feeling it on, you know, through the blade itself. It's kind of like, I mean, it feels softer than a traditional cutting board. It's really interesting. You could see there's cuts going into it, right? So I'm assuming like this cutting board is only gonna be good for fruits and vegetables. Unless you have designated cutting boards, which is, if you can, is a really safe thing to do. It is pretty expensive. You could afford one. They're over $100. They're a little pricey, but they're really cool. And if it saves the sharpness of your blade, I'm all for that. So in a nutshell, I would definitely get this thing, the garlic cannoli press peeler. I would pass on this thing. I mean, it was cool, but not necessary. This thing, dude, definitely get this thing. This is awesome, and it doesn't take a lot of real estate inside of your kitchen. I would pass on this thing. As you could see, the garlic is still lodged inside of the press. So I would say don't get this. The big cutting board, if you have the money, I would definitely say, especially if you have pretty nice knives, I would say you made the investment into the knives. To protect that investment, make an investment into your cutting board. But if you're just a normal home cook, a regular cutting board is gonna be fine. Just make sure you hone your knife every once in a while to make sure that that blade is nice and sharp, and then sharpen it. But again, thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this different episode of Edible Eds, and I really hope you did, because I enjoyed making it, leave me a comment down below if you have some other crazy kitchen tools or something that you want me to have a look at and review. Again, leave a comment down below, send them in to me, because I'm always interested in trying new fun tools. Anything that makes our life a little bit easier so we get to enjoy more time with our family and friends, because in the end of the day, that's what life's about, spending time with the people you love. Let's get everyone fed and let's get everyone nice and happy.
Okay.
Thanks so much for watching today's episode, and I will see you here next week. Make sure to subscribe and all that cool stuff down below. I'll see you here next week, everybody. Bye, everybody. Thanks for checking out all these tools with me.
What do you mean by that?
So I think what you do is you get some garlic. So I think you get some garlic. Good. Is this silicone is such an interesting word.